Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bois podcast. I am one of the co-hosts, Red Boy VA, and with me today, as always, I have Kaneki,
Hi everyone.
and we've got Spieler.
Hey, hey.
Nerd will most likely join us after about 10-20 minutes. You never know anymore, but he will be here eventually, most likely. Um, it's good. It's good we have you all here again. It's nice that we have all you based little shits with us this week.
It's always good to, you know,
You
sit
know,
down, have a
I'm-
chat with you.
I'm that dad, or that uncle. It's like, you little shit, how you doing?
Hey, little bitch.
How you doing, you little fucking shit? We're only a minute in, and I'm already cursing. Yep,
Yep.
Susan's gonna hate us. Anywho,
No, you
GM
don't
finds
need
that
to
speaks.
curse in the. As long as you don't curse in the first minute, you're good.
I did curse. I cursed 3 times.
Oh well, we're fucked.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Anywho, I will start off this week with the boys had a day yesterday. We won't get into later into the
Specifics.
day. We're only going to cover when all the boys were hanging out. I feel like that's, the better.
boy.
Yeah. We had the honorary boy who has not joined for many reasons. We shan't say his name purely because of we don't want to be rude.
Is the other boy?
We will say he is the transportation boy. That will be his nickname for this episode. We might have him on in a future episode if he would like to be on. That's completely up to him. We will not force it, nor will we say he can't be here. But yeah, the boys hung out yesterday. It was pretty sick. I spent over $100 fucking to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
But it was worth it for the most part. I mean, I'm the idiot that decided that we should go into a thrift store and then promptly bought a leather vest.
I mean, I think that was your only frivolous purchase of the day.
Nah, I bought freaking magic cards. As much as I like them, I don't need them.
That's factual.
Like, I'm not regretting buying them, but it's still just
card
like
addictions, everyone.
it's technically better than gotcha. I can get monetary value out of my cards if I really need to. If I really need to, if I can sell my cards to the right people, and I can get some monetary value.
Man, yeah.
I mean, I have a couple Pokemon cards that are up there in price if I really am on hard times.
Damn, bro, I got a card for $15, and I ain't got jack shit on my bank. $15, here I come.
Yo, bro, I got this $300 Pokemon card. Let's go.
I don't remember. I think I have an over like $700 Pokemon card.
I don't fucking know.
I've got fucking base set Professor Oak, and I know those.
No, the ultimate and the foils do. I have some base set Oaks, but you never know anymore. I don't know. Holy shit! Anywho.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, base set Professor
It went
Oak.
down in price last time I checked.
It's because they've reprinted base set.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, they did.
It was for a master set, but anywho, getting off the cards. Where should we start with the convo? Do we start with the hangout, or do we talk about some things about before, like what we've done today so far?
Well, we haven't done a lot today.
Fair enough.
If you count Valorant.
To which I fuck Valorant.
Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you play a casual game mode and you find it okay and fucking normal to start talking shit after the first round of the video game and tell people to quit the game surrender
And off for
and
yourself.
and be overall a fucking dick. Like, hell, I know we're based, but you're just a fucking asshole.
There's a difference between based and being a dick. Like we can
It-
like when someone's very obviously, upset, and we know them, and we're not trying to genuinely upset people, we stop. We can
hmm,
take a hint. Like,
yeah.
but I just don't get people.
Dude, yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between dicking around in a casual game mode and being
An asshole.
genuinely an asshole. Because I won't say the fucking username of the kid. There's a kid, me, um, a friend of the podcasts, and
Yeah, boy.
Red, and we were playing on a new map, Pearl. I hate it, by the way. It's an Overwatch map.
Pretty much.
It's not my cup of tea. If I think of Valorant, I think of like small maps without too many intricacies or
Bind
fucking
or Ascent or
yeah, or Split. You know, a good fucking map that they took out of the map pool because oh we need you guys to not get too attached to a map. No, I'm sorry. They said, "Oh yeah, we don't want new players to get overwhelmed by the amount of maps we have in the game,
so
so we
just
took one out to help you
what are the
guys."
more popular maps instead of a map like Fracture, which everyone despises?
It was probably because it was the newest, but to be honest, and to that I say, look at fucking Overwatch, right? Look at Overwatch. It's got over 20 fucking maps in their map pool.
And it
They
makes
have
the
not,
game actually semi-refreshing.
yeah, they have not once taken out maps out of the map pool.
The
Not
only times they
one.
did, it was for like specific game types.
Yeah, specific game modes, they need to patch some shit out, and which is like a fucking hour update.
The only time I've seen a long period of time of a map being down for Overwatch is like back when the game had started and a map was out of rotation for a week because they had to
Yeah.
completely redo a couple of things.
Do I think Valorant is a bad game? A little
Yes.
bit. A
Valorant
little
is
bit.
dog shit. I
It's not
don't
the best game
I
out
don't
there
get
right
why the
now.
fuck we play it.
Just because like
It's a
I don't
game
know
to play with
actually.
our friends.
It's
Like
a game to
legit.
play,
A bunch of our
honestly.
friends play the fucking game. And when we got it, it was fun, and then it
Yeah.
fell cursed to the riot curse.
The Riot Curse.
It's
Oh,
immediately
actually, League of Legends Curse.
no, it's the riot curse. Every fucking multiplayer game Riot has ever made, it becomes toxic after a set amount of time. And granted, Valorant was made to be an esports game, and I get
No.
that. No, it was. That was the original
No, no,
intent.
no, yeah, I know.
And I get that, but not everyone who's playing it wants to be an esports person. It's a free
Yeah.
game with semi decent graphics. It's like people just want a shooter to
And
play with
some
friends.
of you out there may be like, well, yeah, people get to act how they like and be assholes because it's obviously a free game, so who's really gonna care? I mean, to be honest, not even Riot really cares about Valorant all that much. Some bugs that have been in the game since day fucking one they haven't patched out. But
Because it rules. I mean, granted, MW2 was like that, but with MW2,
yeah, but
it was different.
like yeah, that was Xbox 360 days.
That was
But this is
2009.
yeah, this is PC. This is 2022. If you guys want to be out, if Riot wants to be out here promoting like, oh hubbity bubbity, we're a good company, hubbity bubbity, we do all this cultural diversity bullshit, hubbity hubbity, but not take a look at their player base and notice that half of their player base talk is fucking okay.
Insults?
I'm gonna get a little heated. Not heated, but I'm gonna get a little in depth.
You do
Um,
that. I have to. It's very very unprofessional for me to do it again, but I have to use the restroom. Go ahead. You do your rant. This is Kaneki's official rant time, and your
okay.
boy will be back.
He's gonna go take a shit or something. I don't fucking know. But okay, so Valorant players, I know you watch, and I know you listen. So here's what I gotta say: stop being so fucking sexist. Like, there's the amount of times I've seen in my, like, not only in my lobbies but in fucking videos around the internet of a woman that talks and the responding culprit saying, "Hey, shut the fuck up, you stupid fat bitch. You can't even play this game because you're a fucking woman," is fucking downright appalling. I'm not one usually to be like to be all up in arms about this. Most one because it's not really my place to be all up in arms. I don't agree with it, but and I'll say, "Hey, that's not really chill, you dude. Calm down, all right?" But fucking they like I just don't get it. What goes through your head? It nobody is a superior gender in this scenario. You don't have you don't have like nobody's a superior gender. Yeah, like you don't get the choice. You don't get the fucking choice to be what you are. Like, oh, you mean yeah, you may guess you can argue. Oh, it's 2022. Of course you get to choose. You can be all these they thems or zers or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna make a new one called clown on. You know, like fucking hell, bro. Like I just it doesn't make sense to me that a lot of people nowadays, just because they're behind a screen, think it's okay to do all this dumb bullshit and then think it won't affect them later on in life. Because it will. Believe it or not, it will. I met a guy back down in Tennessee when I went there for a trip. He worked at Best Buy. He makes music. We were talking, I was with my father at the time, and he's like, yeah, I do social media. I have my stuff out there. Um, and he's like, oh yeah, there was a lot of bad shit that I tweeted that I deleted. Like, believe it or not, people will find that and people will talk about that. And that's just how it is. You may think like nobody's going to really care about, oh, I'll just say this one thing. Nobody will care about it. I promise you, men, women, whatever the fucks, you will live to regret what you say one day or another. No matter how you meant it, if you say it on the internet, it's out there for everyone. So it doesn't matter if you don't truly feel how you say or what you say on the internet. Because there are some stuff that we say that we don't truly mean nor care, not only to each other but to on this podcast too. Do you think, I mean, the difference between us and them is that we know what we're saying and we know what we mean by it, and we can give logical, factual, like opinions on it. However, many people out there will do it just because, dude, this is the current trend out now. I'm going to be like a little evil Dennis the Menace type little shit. That's not how this works. Calm down, be respectful. It's just a fucking video game. And really, that's really all I have to say. It's just a fucking video game. It doesn't matter. Your MMR doesn't affect you in life. Like you can see all these pros go out there and make it big in the hometown scenes of like LA, like you know, LA, New York City, you know, not even Washington D.C., but all these big places out there. You'll see them make it big, and sure, you'll be like, dude, I want to be them one day, and try and climb up, and then be mad at the fact that you can't be like your idols. I hate to break it to you, Sunshine, but that's how the world works.
Pretty much.
You gotta be sure you got to be dedicated, but you also have to be humble. You can't stick your head out. You can't say like rude shit not only to women on the internet but to other men. Like you can't
What's sad is that's
discriminate.
actually infactual at this point. If the male is gay, then the internet will be like, you can't do that, you can't do that. If you're like us, and for the most part you're a straight white guy, they're like, oh, fuck them. They should go die in a hole.
Yeah. And it's a lot of the culture here on the internet nowadays. But I'll say this much: if you're going to want to try, and grind at a video game and be better than other people at it,
Then you should
for
learn some
one,
humble.
you have to learn that a casual mode in a competitive video game does not mean you can go in there and shit on players who are either one, new to the video game, or two, have been playing the video game for a while but don't like to play competitive. You have no right to talk shit on them, nor say the most like horrendous shit you can think of to them because it's a casual game mode.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can do instead is figure out what's causing all that anger. Go seek a therapist and learn to keep, if you want to climb, learn to keep your head down, nose to the grindstone, and make it up to the top in one way or another.
Like, anger isn't necessarily a bad thing. What you should do instead, though, instead of using that anger to be like, you're fucking dog shit, is you should use that anger to feel the grind.
Grind set, bro. Sigma grind set.
Pretty fucking much. Like, genuinely. Like, I get pretty mad, which is nothing now. I'm an old fucking COD gamer that used to play on the Xbox, right? Rage is something I fucking grew up with.
Yeah,
But
anyone who grew up with
one
the
of the
Xbox days knows what that is.
anyone that knows that Rage can tell you you hit a point where you stop genuinely raging, and you've kind of noticed this. I just go quiet and I'll like just listen to music or something and use the anger to kind of fuel my playing instead of being
Yeah.
mad, because that's genuinely just a better way to be. Like, anger is not necessarily a bad thing. Just don't let yourself get blinded by it. Use it as fuel. That's something that they teach you when you learn boxing. Like, straight up. When you learn any type of combat, any type of anything, rage is fine. Just do not be blinded by it. Use it to fuel your, use it to be your energy.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson, the reason he was such a good fighter is because he had so much rage, but he could pack that into pure energy instead of just being mad all the time.
Yeah.
Granted, it inflated his ego, but
I feel weird because I was the only one talking for like 10 minutes or something like that.
four or 5 minutes. It's not bad. It's a rant for a reason.
He did not go to take a shit for 10 minutes.
It's not been 10 minutes.
Oh, factual. I still got... Jesus Christ.
It's just... Moving on. Well, I think we should move on to something a bit more better. Spiel, do you have anything you'd like to talk about? Anything happening, or just anything that you think would be interesting to talk about in the podcast?
I mean, at the moment, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Fair.
What
about games you've been playing?
Well, it's funny you should ask. I'm playing Tarkov right now. Casuals can get fucked. That's an official dev statement. Honestly, more toned down words.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get Tarkov, and if I do, it'll be a while. But one of the few things I appreciate just from like researching the game is that the devs actually give a shit. They will play test their own game live, and if there's anything wrong, they will take the time to fix it before they release it. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Have you not noticed that?
I honestly, I did not hear a word of what you fucking said.
I think he cut out, like, for a good period. So,
Oh, shit. Oops. I said one of the things I appreciate about the Tarkov devs was that they actually give a shit about their game.
Yeah,
They, like, live stream them, like, playing a new update or a patch, and if there's anything wrong, they use that stream to be able to identify what's wrong, and then they fix it.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool as shit.
No, granted, I agree with Spiel, but at the same time, I feel like if you're gonna play a game casually, you have the right to play a game casually. Just at least
Hmm.
get to know what you're going into.
Yeah. You may think that's counterproductive of what we were just talking about, but you'd be dead fucking wrong.
I mean,
You
yeah,
guys
I
are talking
mean,
about trash.
Yeah. Like if an NPC in a video game trash talks you, that's different from an actual person. NPC, you can just be like, you fucking game. Actual person, then it's just fucking stupid. Um, Anything else about Tarbov spiel that you want to specifically talk about? Spiel. Ooh. Kaneki. Ooh. Oh no. Do 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 do. Well, this is a power outage moment with your boy Red. I want to thank you all for sticking with us for these past 20 minutes. Yes, you just saw the time. Yes, you just saw the day. I'm not afraid to DOS the time and day.
game like
Oh,
kind
oh,
of.
well,
Hey,
you're seeing behind the scenes. Hold on. Let me.
Close it out of the porn tabs. Go,
No,
go, go.
real quick. All right, everybody, you're gonna see the display turn off and then turn back on here in a minute. Um, because
oh no.
my power went out for, or my internet, well, not my power, my
Oh.
internet went out for a moment. So
Hey, Kaneki.
yeah, we're good.
I hear the sounds of an airdrop.
Like I
Don't
was
go
si-
to
Shit's
it.
about to go crazy.
like I said before, my internet dropped for a moment there. Anything else you want to talk about about
I
Tarbov
can't
spiel?
hear you over the sounds of a plane.
Yeah,
um,
that's how it goes.
yeah, that's pretty much Tarkov. Um, to those watching, I'm sorry about that drop in internet. That
This
caused
episode has been fucking unprofessional as shit, and
this
we
episode's a bit
apologize.
scuffed, and that's fine.
Oh, they're
Scuffed
all
is scuffed. In my opinion, scuffed is appreciated because it's more real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um,
Well, I know we're not a Monster Hunter focused podcast,
but we do enjoy the hunter.
which is why I'm going to talk about
Oh
why I
boy.
am or what I'm excited for. Because like okay, not only are we getting new title updates in Rise, which I think is a very mid Monster Hunter title, especially for the portable titles.
It's not even mid. It's just dog ass.
I mean, Sunbreak improved it. It improved it for me from being dog ass to mid.
Nah, dude, I think it's dog ass. The only good thing about it is that they added Gore Magala.
I like the addition of Espinas and Seregios and Gore in my that's why Three Monsters kind of moves it up to a mid for me,
Mm.
like a very low mid, but still a mid.
You mean Astalos?
A- oh yeah, Astolos, but they did add Seregios.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They added Blade Boy.
They added Blade Boy. That's why I asked.
You didn't tell me they added him. What the
Yeah,
hell?
Astolos, Seregios, Gore Magala.
For those who
Um,
don't know what we're talking about, it's a Capcom game. Monster Hunter has been a game for a long, long time. Just look it up. Well, I'm not going to delve too much into it because
it's a good game.
the game is literally what it says. You hunt monsters.
That's pretty much the base of it. Yeah, you hunt monsters.
The only
That's
thing they don't tell you is that there's an orchestra blaring the time.
Oh God, yes, the music. If
the
you've
music is beautiful.
if you're around with video game memes, you've definitely heard like the theme song for Monster Hunter.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyhow,
However, I wanted to talk about Monster Hunter 6, the next mainline
it
title.
will not happen for a while.
It may not happen for a while, but they're still working on it.
Well, technically, they could add more onto World because they said World was supposed to be a very large game that they would constantly add on to.
That
Doesn't mean they will, but it would be
yeah,
nice to
when was
see
that statement put out?
when the game came out.
That was when the game came out.
Yeah.
Fatalis was the final update.
Eh, I would like to see more
However,
added, but that's just me.
I don't think they'd go back to the old systems. Capcom usually delves like a new system, new me.
Well, here's how I think they should do if they make this Monster Hunter 6, right? Carry on with this a lot of the things they brought in a world.
Don't
I'm
keep the weapons, though they were dog shit.
the
It
weapons are obviously weapon types, keep them the same. Make the weapon designs more Monster Hunter. That's one thing I will give Rise. The weapon designs are very Monster
Oh
Hunter.
yeah, that's what I meant though. Yeah, the weapon designs in World are here's bone.
For the most
Oh.
part, like you get to Iceborne and they rectify that. Granted, they really
Yeah, a
do.
little bit. But in
No,
base
more
world,
in base world, most of the weapons are. Oh, here's bone.
oh shit, forgot the monster material, quote unquote. Like
Like
take Radabon's fucking
it's
shit
literally
for
just
example.
it's just tar and bone. It's kind of
It's a big bone but with tar.
the one of the coolest looking weapons is a fucking squid that you can jump on. Like
Yeah.
legit.
Mm.
And, and then in Iceborne, which was the add-on, you could literally fight creatures with fucking flopping fish or ale. It was great.
Overall, Monster Hunter World Iceborne added a lot to Worlds, and it's a good expansion in my opinion.
It's a very good expansion. One of the
However,
things people are going to get pissy at me for saying this, I think they need to add the clutch claw or a system better than wire bug similar to clutch claw.
yeah, Wirebugs is a
Wire bug
very
sucks.
janky. I mean, granted, Clutch Claw is jank to a degree.
Here's what I think they
However,
need to do. They
Wirebug
need to
is
add a system where you can still launch creatures into walls, but don't make it to where you can tenderize. Don't make it to where it adds on to attacks.
yeah, because tenderization is
Made the
life.
game. That's one of the like. I'll agree. Tenderizing monster parts literally became the way you fought monsters, which was
Yeah,
stupid. But
ain't like
I don't
hunt
think Clutch Claw
parts.
was as bad as people kept saying it was.
Yeah. Don't make longsword the meta, please.
Longsword has been the meta since the first game. That's gonna happen, without fail.
Yeah.
Besides, longsword is, even though it's the meta, it's technically not the best weapon.
You know what I want to see?
Hmm,
Because I was fortunate enough to play a little bit of Freedom Unite. However, I want to see the old farming system from old games come back in.
that won't happen. People don't understand how to fucking grind for shit anymore. Sorry to say, like even Dark Souls and Elden, I play Elden Ring. I'm sorry to say, but those games aren't as grindy as they used to be. Like Elden Ring can be, but you don't have to grind anything. You can be lucky enough to go
Yeah,
in
I
and
was gonna
kill a
say, there's
boss.
not really a resource grind per se.
Exactly.
All grinds in those games are self-imposed.
Exactly. Whereas in Monster Hunter, you had to grind resources or else you were fucked. Like the old Monster Hunter, you had to grind leveling up your farm so you could grow enough herbs. You had to
To
grind
put
the
it,
gathering missions. You had to grind the small creatures, and you had to, like, granted, with the new games, it's more so you just have to grind big creatures. But in the old
I,
ones, you literally had to grind everything.
I will say this, instead of using the word grind in this scenario, I would, if you want a better representation, use the word preparation. You have to prep a whole lot in the old Monster Hunter games, or you will not. If you come into an old Monster Hunter game, like from
And
World,
you forget to eat, you have to completely leave the quest.
mm-hmm.
You cannot mix your armor sets. Mixing armor sets is literally going to cause your death. The most mixing the old games did is there was a helmet type called earrings. They offered a specific resistance to whatever color they were. That was the only mix matching you got. That and then the rest of a normal armor set. I've had this rant before. If you mix armors in Monster Hunter, I personally don't agree with it. But that's just because how I was taught.
However,
I
back
think
to mainline.
I
If
think
I
this
see you doing this shit, I will politely disagree with you.
if I see you doing this shit, I will ridicule you, but I'll respect you for having your own opinion. Um I would like to see the trading system come back.
I think, yeah, I feel like that would be an interesting, like, Okay,
The
what I
trading
want to
system
see.
has always been rarity 4 or lower, nothing
Yeah.
higher, and I'm happy with that. I just want to see it back because it hasn't
Okay.
been in game for the past like 3 games.
All right. I'll say this because this comes from a person we know that talked about it, and this comes from the Monster Hunter devs from Capcom. I want to see better monsters put into games.
I want to see a lot
Like,
of the older monsters put into
y-
games.
yeah, I want to see that too. Because, granted, I'm a newbie. I'm what the internet would call a fifth fleeter. I started with World.
Yep.
I love Monster Hunter as a series because I started with World. I've gone out and I've branched out. I'm playing GU right now. I can't even get past 2-star because I'm fucking retarded and I don't know where one of the fucking collectible items is to get
Because
past
he's
the
a
gathering
baby.
quest. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to be a beta bitch. But I'll get it one day. However, at the same time, I'm taking the opportunity to branch out and go experience the old Monster Hunter games. Right now, listen, I'm gonna talk to you one on one. If you got original Monster Hunter, I got $300 going up your ass.
We
Anyways,
we have a PS1. I'm pretty sure one of us has a PS1.
I don't think
No,
anyone has a
PS2.
PS1.
Sorry,
Yeah, I've got a PS2.
we all have. Two of us have PS2s.
Yeah. I really want to play the old Monster Hunter games and get a feel to how those were because
Clunky as
as
fuck.
much as I as much as love World as a thing, I want to experience what older games have to offer because
You have that spectrum. Then you have me.
granted,
Continue. I want you to finish
oh,
your sentence first.
granted, my introduction to Monster Hunter was, dude, this game is hard. You have to hit the grind every time you get like this or that. You have to hit the grind.
And he didn't have
My
to grind.
yeah, I did not have to
He
grind. I
got
hit the
lucky the first
grindstone.
time.
Yeah, every first hunt I went on, perfect, almost perfected. Maybe carded once or twice. Here and there, gems, mantles, plates, first try
And now
quests
that he's
every
playing it
time.
through on another character,
I am loving it because I actually have to put myself through a grind, and it is amazing, and I love it.
then you have me, someone who started in the second generation of Monster Hunter. I started with Freedom Unite back in 2008 on the PSP. Freedom Unite was quite literally we're gonna take Monster Hunter Dose and Monster Hunter Freedom 1 and 2, and then 2 creatures from Frontier, because why the hell not? And we're gonna put them all in one game. And at the time, it was the most monsters in a Monster Hunter game. And it was fun as shit. Like, I didn't get super far in terms of the in-game story, which there wasn't much story. It was just you did quests for the Elder, but there was the Gathering Hub. And let me say it this way for the Gentiles nowadays: your Gathering Hub is completely different from how it used to be. Your creature will scale depending on how many people you have. Gathering Hub back in the old days, monsters were scaled for 4 people, no matter
Yep.
what. You can go in with one person, and a creature scaled for 4 people.
Which is why back then and a little now is that if you did like G rank quests solo, you were fucking
You were known as an amazing Monster Hunter player because that creature has 4 times the health pool, 4 times the damage.
yeah. Like it's incredible. Like back then it was incredible, and you were a killer Monster Hunter player if you could
Two
solo G rank
There was a
alone.
there was a guy I watched that tried soloing everything in Freedom Unite, and quite literally the biggest wall he had for the longest time. If any of you know the myth of Plesioth, then you know how bad his variant is.
Yeah,
G rank Plesioth to continue in G rank. It was the advancement quest. He was stuck on it for 3 years.
Yeah.
He finally got it. I want you guys to process that. Took a guy 3 fucking years to beat one creature by himself just because it is scaled up.
And hitbox.
And because PSP hitboxes were fucked.
And if you were the... Okay, so... I saw a video recently about how Monster Hunter lost his charm, and he was talking about, like, Monster Hunter Dose. And he was like... I'm paraphrasing, of course. I'm not going to remember it word for word, because I think I passed out in the middle of it. But, like, it was talking about blah blah blah. The jankier hitboxes were so much better than how they are now because at least then it shows that if you shouldn't be attacking the legs, then don't attack the legs. Attack somewhere else.
Yeah,
But
he only got hit halfway across the arena by an invisible attack. That's
yeah,
definitely improved gameplay. It's totally better that way, guys. I swear.
yeah. I mean, I understand a love for the old charm of Monster Hunter. It's a love that it's a love that I share. It's
Boomer.
it's a
Christ,
love
there's a
that I
boomer
share.
around here.
But at the same time, there's shit that needs to be improved with the old games that even I can say needs to be improved. Cough, cough. I don't want to be hit in a separate fucking zone by you, Green Plesiot. Fuck you.
Oh, you think that's bad? So, in Monster Hunter World, which by the way, this is its own rant saved for another day, they added Yin Garuga, who is a variant. He's a fucking subspecies, right?
Yeah.
Yin Garuga in the old games would chase you through zones. Legit. He was the only creature that did it. And he had pretty janky hitboxes. So, you would leave a zone to go heal, which is how you used to heal back in the day for the most part.
Yeah. They had the heal flex, which World and Rise don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Which I won't say. I'm iffy on both. I don't really care either way.
You would literally go through the zone, think you're safe, try to heal. He would bump in. Him entering the zone would cause a hit, and then he'd do this weird attack that he doesn't do anymore because of course he doesn't. They have to update the attacks. He would do this like chicken flail move where he shoots fireballs out of his mouth as you were on the floor, and you would get hit by a fireball, and you would get stun locked pretty much, and die, and you would cart.
Yeah.
And people nowadays, if they played a game like that, they'd be like, "This is terrible game design." Ah! But us back in the day, we're like, "Dude, yo, did you beat him by yourself? Yo."
There's a lot more.
There was a lot more fucking pizzazz to it, and I can
Yeah.
get where the guy is coming from, but also no, fuck you. The shittier hitboxes were not great.
They did not incentivize. The point he was trying to make is that it incentivizes that you don't attack that certain part of the body.
That's not at all. It's just because they were old consoles and they had limitations.
Yeah.
Like,
Nor do I agree with the people that say, dude, World is exactly what the Monster Hunter devs at Capcom wanted, for Monster Hunter all along.
no,
I don't
no,
agree
it's
with
not.
that.
Not originally. Maybe in terms of design and how big the maps are and how the loading screens how the loading screen thing disappeared. That
Yeah.
I can understand. With the creatures and the weapons, probably not. The fact they were able to add wildlife was fucking sick.
Yeah.
The fact that there was like a genuine ecosystem going on around you as you fought was fucking cool.
I mean, of course not anymore. Hopefully that is back again in Monster Hunter 6.
I mean, 6 is probably going to be on console again. People want another console one.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna release it everywhere now because they had global success with World, so they're gonna do the same thing again.
Like, as someone who started when Monster Hunter in America was technically small, it made me so happy when I heard so many of my friends knew what Monster Hunter was because of World. Like, World brought me so much joy. as a game.
I mean,
and granted, we've been speaking about this for nearly 20 minutes, so after we say this, we should stop. But like, holy shit!
I mean, it's okay to go on for more than 20 minutes.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, only two of us can really speak on this topic.
Spiel's
Even I had my little bit to add here, so don't worry about it.
What's your bit, my boyo?
No, I said I've had, alright? When I got a place to pop up, I pop up.
I know, but still, I want you to be
But
included.
you're right, I can't speak off the top of my head about it.
You know the music.
Sorry.
You know the memes that we talk about.
Phoenix.
You know the Fatalis meme. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit how we hung out now, seeing it's been 40 minutes and we haven't talked about it much yet. But so Nerd had left at this point, and it was Driver Boy and us in Driver Boy's vehicle.
Driver Coon.
Yes. And we were blasting just random songs. We were blasting like Mine Diamonds and a bunch of Minecraft parodies and shit. And at one point, I started blasting Proof of a Hero, which is the Monster Hunter song, right?
Yeah.
And Spieler pops up. He's in the like far back of this van, and he just pops up. Was it him or was it you, Kaneki?
No, it was Spiel, but you cut out for us. That's why I said,
He pops up from just like the back of this van, right? And just goes, dude, we're just gonna launch over a wall after the Dragonator hits and just slam into Fatalis. And we lost it.
Yeah, it was a good time.
There was some stoner skateboarder dude that rode by as we were Screech singing Mine Diamonds. That was like, yo!
Yeah, he did the point thing at us. It was great. We need to do that again.
We do.
I think I'll say it after the podcast, never mind.
The boys just had a good time. We bought magic cards because we're nerds. We had food. We just walked around town. We were a general menace to society, as always.
Mm-hmm.
It was Pog.
Yeah, sure.
We checked out We checked out a store and it had a Kirito sword in it.
Do we want to tell them about the first felony? Not we didn't do the felony. I'm talking about.
I've told the story.
Have you talked about?
Yeah, I told it.
Talked about.
Yeah, I talked about it the first time we hung out on the old channel.
Did you?
I can retell the story if you'd like.
Yeah, because I don't ever remember you talking about it.
Okay, so for those who are old members of the channel, in which thank you, but for those who were around with the old channel, one of the first times the boys hung out, we went into a gun store. And we're all just dicking around. We're all looking at the guns, being like, "Yeah, we're American," pretty much. And like they had these like children's first gun. It's like this. It's a 22. Barely can harm somebody. It's a single shot, like spring load. No, just piece of shit polymer with like blue and pink. And everyone's looking at like the shotguns that are next to it, and I walk up to it. And I think of this joke off the top of my head and immediately state it. And I walk forward and I'm like, guys. And they turn around and look at me. And I point at the gun and take a stance. And I'm like, child's first felony. And we all just started laughing, right? And they were like, no, you're not allowed to touch and or look at the guns anymore.
They didn't say that.
No, you guys did because we went to go look at pistols. And you're like, no. Fast forward like a couple weeks at this point. I've already kind of forgot about it. We talked about it on the podcast and I kind of forgot about it. For those who don't know, I work at Walmart. I'm just scanning some people's shit, and this guy comes through and he looks at me. This was when we were wearing masks at the time, but he still recognized me. He goes, so you were in my store the other day. It's like, yeah? I was like, okay, where's this going? He goes, you made a joke about a felony. And in my head, I was like, oh, shit. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I was acting dumb for my friends. He goes, that's fine, just don't do it again. And ever since, I've been terrified to ever step foot back in that store.
Oh, we're doing next thing out.
Oh, my lord. And it's just one of those. Is like I have this perpetual fear now. I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna immediately get told to leave. Like I'm gonna walk in.
Dude,
Get up.
Dude, I can't wait to look at the stuff in the story, sir. I'll have to ask you to leave.
I need you to leave the premises. Okay. I'm honestly feeling pretty good about this episode. What about you boys?
I mean,
No, it feels like we
sure.
haven't been going for.
We've been going for 45 minutes.
I mean,
We can keep going
I
if you
mean-
want.
I
I
mean,
don't think I got a whole lot.
Well,
We got to get to a point where we know what we're going to talk about.
yeah, that's fair.
Today is not that day.
True. Do you want to say anything first, though, Spieler? You got anything you want to talk
I
about
ain't
now?
got mine in particular.
Okay. I'm pretty good, if you guys are.
yeah. I'll say this much: I want them to add more frontier monsters.
Yeah,
in
they
Monster
do.
County.
They should. If we're all good, then I believe it's time for N-Card Kaneki to make an appearance.
Hello, everyone. It's me, N-Card Kaneki. Thank you so much for watching and being here and making it to the end of the video. I know you haven't been putting out long videos lately. That was a big trend back on the old channel, where we didn't put out like hour-long videos. But that's, I mean, I wouldn't say we have been uninspired, but I would say not a lot of inspiration for topics have been brought up, unless it's probably political shit that we can't really state here on the regular podcast. However, we'd like to thank you all for sticking with us and listening to our idiocracy and stupid ass rants that we do every now and again, like mine. But at the end of the day, we'd like to thank you all so much for being here. We love you all. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. Make sure to follow our socials. Come join the Discord. We have a whole lot of fun. We usually hang out in general chat a lot and vibe. So if you ever want to come and join us, at first we'll be like, yeah, so who the fuck is this guy? But then we'll know, hey, you're you a subscriber, you a liker, you joined the Discord just for fun. Hey, welcome, buddy. However, like I said, join the Discord. We have a Twitter down there. Fucking follow the Twitter or something. I don't know. We don't use it a lot. We have a Twitch. Follow the Twitch. Again, we don't use that a lot. We want to start using it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment on it. To be anything, barely anything. You could talk about your own stuff. Follow up on what one of us said. It doesn't have to be much. A little interaction between YouTuber and commenter means.
Yeah.
I hit my mic. My bad.
Oops.
A little a little bit of back and forth between viewer and creator means a whole lot to us, and we like to get to interact with you guys. To those who we do interact with. But other than that, we like to, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You can personalize your notifications, and think about it. Subscribing is perfectly free. You can unsubscribe at any time. I mean, what do you
Jesus
have to lose?
Christ, he's selling out.
However, to end it, thank you all so much. We love you all. Bye bye.
Weird, no Nerton.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kaneki. I want to thank you all again, for watching. It means the world. It's great that we actually have an audience, in my opinion. I'm happy that we're able to entertain at least a few of you motherfuckers out there. It means the world. So, hope you guys have a good night, day, whatever time it is for you, and we will see you based motherfuckers next week. Y'all have a good night.